Kathy Vick, Deeply Awake Chats 2017. And I just want to say a couple words. I just experienced something so... Well, I was instructed to do certain things, and I did them all, and then just, environmental stuff. And then they said they had something for me, which was a meditation. And so I am coming to you before the channel, just before this really big thing that just happened to me. I was moving things around as part of the instruction, and this came off of a piece of art that I'd done many years ago. This is a replica of the Earth. And I was very moved to buy this when I was working with the teachers, and I wore it around my neck for a long time. Pretty, huh? And it was at this time I also wanted to get a whale fin, a silver whale fin, but I could never find something that was whaley enough. Nowadays, wow, if I went to Amazon, I could probably get any size and shape I wanted. But it brings back memories. And it helps me to remember my proportion, or what I can contain, or what I can remember, and why I'm here. So, I just started a new altar, and have a lot of little icons and doodads. I think this is going to go in Buddha's lap, my neon pink Buddha. He's got a little lap area. Right now it's just Donald Duck's girlfriend and, a little medallion, teeny tiny one, says, "Believe." So I'll put this in there too. Believe. All right. It was a phenomenal meditation they led me on, which is highly personal and nothing I want to explain. And I'm just, like, laid out. And I am urged to look at my watch, and it's 12:12. And then I looked at the date. It's 7/22/17. 17 boils down to a binary 1, 0 and a 1. 7 plus 4 is 11. And it's the master builder number. And put it all together and it spells 12. And I looked at my watch and I just have to laugh out loud sometimes because I feel so loved. And I'm so guided. I'm protected, and I'm supported, and I'm trusted. And I'm grateful. So, it's been a long time since I channeled, so. Okay. Yes, the Great Mother is the entity of the day. Yes, it is the energy of this day and in all days to come. The message behind that beautiful healing that was given and created and understood was that there has been a missing energy in this one's countenance. One that is not only readily socially available and acceptable, but one which is preferred and always has been. That of the mother. This is where we crack the nursing koan, dewan. When looking upon a florally psychotic individual who is doing something primitive and harmful to self, to other. And when words of hatred stream out of the mouth, oh, how dramatic that is. This one stood firm and in love and gave guidance and kept people safe. Forensic psych. Dramatic situations throughout career. Bumped by an angry person physically only once, only months before retiring. Many dangerous situations, built-in ability to sense danger and beyond question. Honed a skill each possess. And some activate if required. What we say to you today has to do with coming to others as mother. It does not matter what your sexuality is. It does not matter what your biology is. Each human being on earth has had a mother, and as hostile a host as she may have been, can you not look past the simple misunderstandings that create aggression against self and see what we are truly saying? Yes, each have access to Father energy. This is indeed what occurred on the 12/12, just now. Understanding this parched earth of purpose and measuring and achieving the societal things you know, much like a desert riverbed long gone dry, plaques of thick soil turned into bricks which curl and cleave from the other. We showed her this is her male. This is how she has held her heart toward other, dry like the male as she sees it. We showed her waters rushing onto this earth, and she giggled as she saw that her feet were getting stuck in the mud, and how sticky it was, how messy it was, how fun it was, and what a change it was. And then we show her, well, that's nice, and it's good to be happy with the mess, isn't it? But there is something going on here. The waters of consciousness, the waters of Gaia, they enter the human, they swell, they exit. The human breathes this as they once did in the womb, this mother energy. This water, this global heating and melting, it is to quench a parched throat. It is to relieve tissue of thirst. It is to balance each body, each countenance, as much as they will allow. Permissions sought and struck again and again, but last 11/11 in February with the eclipses, dear ones. So the metaphor for this one, oh well, I'm male inside and a female on the outside and I'm a mixture. Well, dear one, you are more papa than you are mama. You are more rule bound than heart bound. You, dear one, a quintessential father. Can you not see this? And the waters quench much, and new seeds are sown, and ancient seeds are awakened. We left her in this meditation, in such greenery, after having seen the very first sprout burst through this once patched earth. And so the mother, well, she's very strong. She will remain strong. She's had her time in repose. Each individual is calling out for her mother, his mother, their mother. We ask you represent the best of what a mother can be. Live this, be this to yourself first. Imagine a mother who cannot punish, who looks indulgently upon the overwhelming problems of their youth, and who ministers to their self-inflicted pain, and does so with indulgence and laughter and permission and gentle, simple guidance of common sense, which comes not from the mind, not from the father, not from wishing or needing to follow orders, but from where, everybody? From the heart. We have talked about an integrated female, okay? Well, at this point, can you not see that one is the other? Female, male. Let's just play with it. We have said this yoni, it's important. There are things about it that need to be discussed. And it puts the female at somewhat of an advantage, so to speak, in that they are set up differently and have access to information that biologically males do not have access to. And we have said again and again, it is a strictly level playing field. The male simply has more coding to work through and must work harder at busting out of their heart, into and out of. And this is not for every male, just for those who are more into the cultural programming of their culture. Males have female counterparts within that culture, wherever it may be. We love male, we love female. Pointing out differences, well, that is not the same as hating on something, let's be clear. And this is new information, which will be taken in, measured against old information, and perhaps argued with. That's fine. But biologic facts are biologic facts. It's a good place to start. Biology, zoology, speaks quite loudly of reality, of physical laws, and gives much in the way of instruction. And so, imagining oneself as a parched desert, well, that's quite a strong metaphor. And then it is flooded with consciousness. Ooh, the whirls and the waves and the chaos and the confusion, as slowly the water sinks in and is absorbed. And this earth is quite thirsty, and so it is able to drink all of it, and turn once brown, patchy clay into a medium which teems with new life. So, the eclipse. How far do you want to go? That is the only question that you are being asked at this point. We suggest for those who wish to go far, a good answer might be yes. This one has seen visions. There are simply glimpses of what is available. Understand that what you bring back consciously may be different than what is given and received and understood energetically. This is no simple reset. This is no simple reset. Everyone on earth is affected. But can you not understand what is happening here, now? Right through the United States, a split between Atlantic and Pacific, perhaps? A split between masculine consciousness and feminine consciousness, perhaps? Or better, a unification. Because below that line, which shows upon the planet as a path of totality. Below the event, on the ground, will be darkness. Those who have been waiting for a moment to transfigure, this is an opportune time now. Do not expect it to happen in the moment. Although a synchronized event can be expected. To think this is not a synchronized event is not to see it very clearly, we say. How it is used, well, that's up to you. What we can say is that far from breaking Atlantic from Pacific, it is a blanket of water. Consider it that, a flood. When the sun comes out again, well, there will be many who are not able to expect anything but a continuation of their activities, of course. Oh, yeah, yeah, the eclipse was going to happen. Oh, I missed it, I was in a meeting with Bob. Like that. Is that acceptable? Oh my, yes. Please. Bob had things to say that were important. And those who had a little discussion with the sun, well, that happened too. Isn't that nice for them? We say, there has been some talk about a synchronized event in which there will be some miracles and they will be big and they will change things for the planet. You've heard that, have you not? It's been coming through. What is called the SC, what is called the Oversoul, which is called the Architects. It has also been talked about for millennia. It has been called the rapture, you know. That's what it's been called. You see how far this one has gone energetically. And with the knowledge. In a year. Do you think she's the only one? She has friends, you know. Some of them clearer than she, because she agreed to work through coding. She agreed to give this gift away. And now, as the obligation falls, and the acknowledgement of a job well done is finally taken within, she's not the only one. We all know what's available. We all know what's available. Would you like to do it on August 21? That's pretty much the idea now. There is a piece called Rehearsal. We will be posting it with this. In it, she would drum up the energy, and she was having the speech, and she went on and on, and it was so pretty. And she saw that as she was doing it, she was building the words and everything. The energy was actually building a stage, and she was but she was on the stage, and she would la la la, and everybody was going wow. And then It's the moment. Oh. And then they all look at each other and decide, well, no, that's not the moment. And then they just sort of all just meander away. They say, oh yes, well, that was just a rehearsal. And we believe that was transmitted in 12. So, and she realized as she was walking around after her speech, she felt a little sheepish from having spoken so long and loud and beautifully. And no one who was walking around felt any shame about anything. And so she walked up to this lady who was Japanese, and she said, hey, was it okay that I made that speech? You know what the Japanese lady said. Well, of course, ding dong, basically. We were counting on you. Thank you. It's nice that you got that skill. Cool rehearsal. See you next time. And in the meditation, they all just kind of hung out and drank beers and talked about the Israel-Palestine thing. And just a rehearsal. So, will it be on the eclipse? Well, I don't know. Do you? Do you want to go? Or are you afraid? That's basically the question. Do you feel capable of it? And are you willing? That is what is being asked, basically, at night. And, you know, this is something that we shall see. Perhaps it's not the best timing, but isn't it wonderful? We're already talking about it. Whether this is a rehearsal or the real deal. People do this all the time, you know. The transfiguration part. Well, you know, maybe not as on the scale of the Elijah, because that's pretty much what it's like. But still, there are other versions. There are many versions. And let us not forget that as within, so without. Okay? As within, so without. As above, so below. This is a beautiful and quite lengthy channel, but we wanted to give you energies. We wanted to give you energies that today, this is important today. A softening, an easing, a lightening. Because we tell you the mass consciousness, the people who are in distress with, that it's going to continue for a little bit, we say. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do about this? It's not sustainable, and yet it keeps going. We are in crisis. We are in crisis. We are in crisis. On either side of this interesting little psychodrama. A nation split. Which then goes dark. Imagine the possibilities, dear ones. Choose well. Each day's activities, not in fear, but in celebration of simply being physical. Of being able to smell the pine trees and the flowers where once there was parched earth. Gaia is alive in a brand new way, because humanity breathes her milk. Now, not entirely the same as they were, able to gain sustenance in a different way. You will see it. You will begin to see much, event or no event. We tell you an event is coming, and it's entirely up to you, the timing. So, fear not and be of good cheer. Review these tapes if you wish, to see the change in countenance, to see the struggle as the purity bursts forth and she argues with it. And we soothe her each day now with the truth of it. What is God? Well, God is simply this physics which does not argue with itself. When there is dissonance, when there is resistance, then there is duality. Seek ye the simple answers within the most simply put laws. Each stepping through their own looking glass now. Tended, each by Mother herself, held in a mother's love, active, generous, nurturing, guiding, humorous, permissive, loving. Well, you know, that's a ghost of a word for this. We are gratified to have come here today. We don't even know if there'll be need for another transmission, but we felt it important to let you know that the guidance continues and shall always continue. We work cooperatively and give many things, and this one has learned the last couple of days the importance and the requirement of industry, for this is her natural state, deep in meditation and knowing. And yet, the greater part of her knows, although quite helpful to access the answers to the mysteries of the multiverses with the eyes wide open. What matters now is loving others, loving life, loving self, being at peace. So, this is all we have to say this fine day. And it's time to get moving and doing things. Oh my, yes, the productivity. It is very helpful. It is the balance. There must be balance. Yes, and a little bit of imbalance. Pew! You can tell right away. Isn't that lovely? Sure, that's a good thing. Because we are talking, of course, about energetic resonance, are we not? Resonance. Doing what lights you up, feeling it. the yama yama quiets. And you suddenly know what to do and where to go. Isn't that great? So for those working extra super duper hard, in meditation, in dreams, in real life, well, no matter what you're doing, there are many who are reporting, well, it's been pretty weird. Yes, it's been pretty weird. Yes. So, fear not, be of good cheer, and be nice to each other. Be nice to each other. Be like mothers to each other, the nice kind. Okay. Think of the kind of mother you know is yours. And then give her away. The time of miracles. The time of wildcards. The time of change. Namaste.